Morning, everybody. Welcome to Feature Friday. There's only 9 of us. What is going on? All right. Listen, they're lost, no problem. We're just gonna get going. No time to waste. So I'll share my screen. Actually, let me just go to a different screen because right now I'm in my email. Okay. Did someone watch the waiting room by chance? Can you
Yes.
see this? Thank you so
Yes.
much, Ange. Can you guys see
Yep.
my screen? Yeah?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so I just wanted to kind of go over carousel posts, and I had requests for specifically one that I did yesterday to show how to do that one. This one has been blowing up all over Instagram, and it's super fun. There's so many different ways to do it. I just wanted to kind of show a few different versions so you can easily do something like this. So this calculator trend has been popping off too. So I kind of made it more interactive. Like most people just stop at this slide. And then I just kind of added a little zhuzh and decided to promote one of our beautiful listings. So that's one option. And then I'll show you guys. This one is also kind of fun. It's a seamless carousel. It doesn't show so good on the computer. On the phone, it shows nicer because you can actually slide. So you would see this like full bubble. So you can kind of stop halfway. On the computer, it's not as cool, but on the phone, it is. This one's like one of my favorite trends. We also have these types of carousel posts. Like, so you use moving images and you can put a caption on every single video. So this is really cool. So these are an option. You can also do text only and a static image. These are kind of fun with like the moving um, little icon that's following a little trail, something like that. Um, and then also stuff like this, like just where you just do different images. These ones also have been super popular with following the path. But I specifically got requests to show how to do this one with the word that is just kind of following through. So I figured we can do that one live, and I'll show you guys how to do it. Okay, so let me go in my Canva. Any questions so far? Has anyone been doing carousel posts? I don't know if Carol is on the call. I know she does a lot of carousel posts, and hers are really great. Anyone else? Instead of just photo dumping? No? Okay. You guys are very chatty this morning. Love that. Okay. So, first step is you're going to want to create a long post. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to create a design, and then you're going to want to pick custom size. And then we're going to choose our custom size. So I usually do 4 slides, but I'm just going to kind of show you guys the math. Carousels. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Um, so basically, what you want to do is if you want to do more than 5 slides, you just have to do a little bit of math, right? So for Instagram, this is the regular size is 1080 by 1350. So you would just multiply the 1080 by however many slides you want to do. So if you want to do more than 4, like let's say you want to do 5, you just multiply the 1080 by 5, right? In the case of today, I just want to do 4, like that's kind of seems to be the magic number. So I've just multiplied the 1080 by 4, which is 4320. But instead of clicking this, we're going to create a custom size, okay? So we're going to go custom. And then up here, you want to make sure you're on pixels. And then we're gonna type 4320 by, and then obviously the height remains the same, 1350. And then we're gonna click create new design. Now you see how this is so very, very long? I'm just gonna make this a little smaller. I'm gonna move your beautiful faces out of the way so I can see my screen. So you can kind of see how this is a very long post, and you're like, well, how SG on earth do I know where the breaks should be? Well, you don't, but we can fix this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to File, Settings, and then we're going to click on Add Guides. Okay. So now you're going to have this, and we're going to go Custom. You're going to want to make sure that your margin is 0. Okay, and then for your gap, you're also going to put 0, and we don't have 6 columns, we want 4. And then we're going to click Add Guides. And now you have it beautifully split up, and you see exactly where your seams would be and where your your design is going to be split up later on. So let's pick a listing that we can work with. Who wants to volunteer as tribute? Anyone who wants a free carousel post for their social media. Any volunteers? No.
Sure, you can do it on Hip Kiss.
Let's do it. Love that. What's the number again? I just have to pull the photos, Ange.
1369.
1369. Hipkiss photos. Just gonna grab the guys. If you want to unmute, by the way, you're gonna have to raise your hand and then we can ask you to unmute. Okay, so we're just gonna pick 4 photos. So let's pick this one with the fire. Uh, love this view. Let's take this one.
Anna has her hand raised.
And I asked you to unmute. You should be able to unmute now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to do something with my listings because I'm not that savvy, but I couldn't even unmute. That's why.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that. If you want to do Anna's, you can do that if you like.
I'd
all
really
good.
appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Find those photos, Ange, that you made because they were so good, but I can't find them. There was, here it is, the one with the dog. And then there was this other one. Let's pick maybe one of those overhead ones. Those are kind of cool. Download. Okay. So let's just move forward with these 4 images for now. Can always change it. Okay. All right. So for the first image, I would probably pick this one. And listen, this is another thing. So you can see when I'm dragging it, it's going to automatically drop it like this, which is totally fine. So we could even just work with this one image, which is kind of cute too. So you just have to make sure that it kind of makes sense. You could also have AI resize the photo. Let's say if we only wanted to work with this one photo, you can ask AI to resize it to the size, right? The 4320 by 1350, and it's going to adjust it. So we can do that, which is super fun. I think there's some comments. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm like half blind here. I can't see. Yeesh. There we go.
Yeah, I can read them too if you like.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I missed it. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's transcribing the call. Somebody
Yeah, it's
said
okay.
me.
It's probably just the like their AI doing notes or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do show of hands. Do we want to just do this one image or do we want to work with multiple images? What's everyone's preference? Let's see some hands.
Deanna
Multiple.
has 10 fingers up. I'm not sure
10
what
fingers.
that
Are you trying to unmute D? You wanna do multiple photos? Multiple photos? Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do that. So, okay. So I'm gonna show you an easy way of doing it where you're gonna give yourself a little bit less headache. You can certainly do this where you kind of adjust it like so. Super annoying. I would actually, it's okay. We can do that. We can do it like this. The other thing you could do is you could go into elements and you can grab frames and then just the basic shape, right? And then you can do it like this. You would still adjust it like the photo, so it actually doesn't really matter. I just like working with the frames, but totally your own call. So we can just do it like this. That's fine. And then let's maybe do this one second. Just gonna adjust this. And then we'll do this one. Show this crazy, incredible view. And then who doesn't want to end the day by the fire pit? Am I right? Good God. So hopefully things break today so we can work through it. Okay, so now we have our images. I'm just gonna kind of group them for now, so it just makes it easier like this. And we could even lock them actually. So that way nothing can move, which is really good. Okay, so then we obviously need to come up with a tagline similar to something like this, like you went to an open house just to look, but and then look what you're purchasing for you and your family. So I have actually a little list, a little smart list that I made myself. So I'm just gonna pick one from my list. So we could do something like your dream home is closer than you think. So that one could be fun. Um, ooh. Here, I'm just gonna show you guys my little list. And then Angelique, I feel like you should pick because it's your listing.
Oh, I
Do you
see,
have,
because you've got all the long letters in there.
yeah. Do you have one that stands out to you that you like for your listing? I know lots of choices.
Can I add it? Can I add one in?
Yeah, for sure.
How about honey, stop the boat?
Honey, stop the boat. Let's do it. Okay. So basically what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go text. Okay. Yeesh. I just wanna do text. Honey, stop. That's where we're gonna stop. I'm just going to move this up here. I'll make it white. It just looks a little nicer. You can certainly change the font, okay? You don't have to use the default one. Like the world is your oyster. You can really pick any font. I would stay away from something more scripty. It's harder to see, right? If you use a script like this, it's just a little more difficult for the eye. I would pick something like this, but you could change it to whatever you want, right? Doesn't even have to be bold, whatever you prefer. If you have a favorite font, just go for it. So we're just gonna add some extra O's in here, and then we're gonna kind of move it. Let's say, yeah, this is a good spot because we want to be able to see it. So now you're probably wondering, oh my God, how in the frick am I going to make these O's move in all kinds of ways? No problem. So there's all kinds of fun tools here. So we're just going to add another, actually, let me do this because that way we have immediately the right size. So I'm just going to duplicate this and just do a bunch of O's. I'll only do 3 because I'm gonna keep this going. And now we're gonna start adding a curve, and I'm gonna make this a little longer. A little more O's. Okay, and then do you guys see where it says effects up here? So you want to make sure this one is highlighted. We're going to click on effects, and then you have something called curve. Okay, so now you could go like so, right? So we could immediately do a cool loop or something. Or if you don't like it that curved right away, which is totally cool, you can go back to your effects. You can adjust, right? So you can adjust your curve however you like. So then you're just going to duplicate it again. So now I would go maybe the opposite direction, right? Something like this. So this is how you kind of give these letters movement. And I wouldn't go too long in your O's because then it's going to be harder for you to kind of maneuver them into the path that you want to give it, right? And then you can go back to effects, change your curve again, right? And so on and so forth. Does that make sense so far? Any questions so far? Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go through the motions here. And I can even do you guys one better. I can actually give you guys just this template so you can just swap out the words and then you don't have to do everything from scratch. So I'm happy to do that. I'm feeling nice like that today. Okay. Gonna go like this. And then like this. But I'm actually going to do a few less O's here. What was it? Stop the boat, right?
Yes.
We're not stopping the car, we're stopping the boat. Okay, and then I'll grab these O's right here because they're straight. Just gonna adjust it. Let's add a couple more O's in here. Stop. There we go. The boat. So it's a little bit hard to see. So what I would do is I would just kind of highlight all the words and then I would go back to effects again and I would go and drop. And then for blur, I would go all the way up to 100 and transparency, I would go all the way up to 100. And it just makes it a little bit easier to see. And then I would offset a little bit more too. And you can immediately see it's going to be easier to see the words. Just a little trick.
That's cool.
There
I
we
never
go.
knew that. Very cool.
Right? So here you have your words. So you could have some more fun with this now. You could like add your headshot in, right? So you could like we could put Angelique in there somewhere. Where are you? Where's my agents? So if you wanted your headshot in here, you could totally do that. Or we could do something really fun. We could actually add um, a boat that's moving along the path. So let's find a boat. Maybe this one. And then we'll flip it, make it smaller. And then we're gonna start it right here. And then let's create a path. So we can animate this boat, okay? So you're going to go on animate and then create animation. And then we're going to go. Ha. This is a super fun or
That
what?
is so funny.
It's so good. And then yeah, you could add your headshot, you could add some more, you could add your information, whatever you want. Like the world's really your oyster here. Um, so it's just up to you, right? It's personal preference, but this is kind of what you could do. On the one I did for Deanna yesterday, for instance, I had AI, like what I did is I went on our portal where I have all our designs for our sandwich boards, and I basically pulled up like just the frontal of her sandwich board and I gave it to AI and I asked ChatGPT to just give it to me with a transparent background as if it's sitting in front of a house because I want it set up. And then I was able to put that in here as well, right? So it has a more personal touch. So not only is it our actual branded sign, but this is actually Deanna's open house sign. This is what it really looks like. So you could even do something like that, right? And then you can add your headshot, and so that way it's a little bit more personal. So for Angelique's here, we could do something similar where maybe we'll plug her somewhere on this box or something, and we'll add a for sale sign, like our team branded for sale sign or something like that, right? Right here on the dock or whatever. And we could sit Angelique right here on this box, or she could be standing here next to this dog, something like that. There's so much you can do. For this one, for instance, I took Jennifer and took her headshot and I put her in this car. And then I told AI just throw her hands up in the air, like she don't care. She's super excited and pumped to go in this little tour past all of our Georgina listings. So you can just have a lot of fun with it, right? We could even put Angelique in the boat and then put Angelique in a boat and then have her move in the boat on this path. So so you could just have so much fun with this, and it's never ever boring. So when you're ready to download it, you're going to want to go to share. Nope, I lied. We need the image splitter. So you're going to go to apps. Let me just go there for a sec. Where is it? I know I have it. Here it is. So I already have it in my downloads, but you're going to go to apps. And for some reason, I'm blind right now. There we go. And you're going to search for this app called Image Splitter. Okay. You're going to go right here. And then you're going to click Export Design. Okay. We're going to make sure that it's, if you have multiple designs, just make sure you pick, it'll show you something like right here where it's like says 1 through 36, or let's say you have 36 designs. You're going to want to make sure you're on current or like just number 1 or wherever you are in your flow here. We only have this one on here, so we're just going to stay in here. Okay. You're not really going to make any significant changes here. And then you're going to click on export. Okay. And obviously we want a grid, number of columns 4, and then you're going to click split image. Okay. So now you see how it's split it up. And then you're just going to click add images to new pages. And then you can download them right from here. Does that make sense? Yeah. Thanks for the thumbs up.
OSG, when
Yeah,
you download it, are they separate images that then you have to put into?
that's it. Yeah. So you would download them like this, right? So you want to make sure it's MP4 because we have movement on the slides, right? So you're gonna want to make sure you have MP4, and then you're gonna download images 2 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It's 4 slides. You don't want to download this one. You only want to download these ones. And then you're just gonna click download, and you're gonna send those to yourself, and then you're gonna post them in that order. Does that make sense? So let me see if I can just share my phone screen real quick. Let's see. Let me see if I can share it so I can just show you guys. Perfect. Okay. So when you're here and you go to make a post, you're going to want to make sure you click the symbol, right? Where it says cancel, select, and then you can pick them, put them in the order that you need. Does that make sense? So if you download those four, you're going to pick them in the order that you want to upload them. Does that make sense, guys? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yeah, so the animation still works when you do that? Like when you
Yeah,
order
because we
in that order?
downloaded to MP4. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that you have to pay attention to, right? And then if there is any issues, just let me know. And then I can always help to troubleshoot, but it shouldn't be an issue. Like I had no problems doing it this way the other day when I did like the one with Jennifer with the car. So it
Hmm.
wasn't an issue at all. Does that make sense? Does this help? Is this fun? Are we
Yeah,
excited?
yeah, definitely. That's awesome.
I think these are so much fun. And here's the thing, I'm going to tell you guys this. I did a workshop on carousel posts. Was it last week or the week before? I can't even remember. But the person was showing statistics. So you know how we always say video is king? And yes, it totally is king. I still recommend do lots of video, lots of reel. It'll always help. People love moving images. However, carousel posts are actually the secret overperformer. So carousel posts have actually statistically and historically been outperforming reels since 2023. Okay. So
Hmm.
they get thousands and thousands and thousands of views. There is so many different ways of utilizing them, right? So you can make a fun little game. You can um, like what we're just doing here, you can make them interactive, you can use video with them. There's just so many different ways. You can make them educational. It doesn't really matter, but there is tons of ways to utilize them. There's also let me see, I haven't been in that platform yet, but apparently there is something called Carousel Studio. Let me just check real quick. Yeah,
That's
perfect.
through Instagram itself.
No, it's through, sorry, I forgot I didn't share my screen anymore. So yeah, so in your apps, if you have a Canva account, I really
Ah,
recommend you have a Canva account, even just a free one. But there is an app called Carousel Studio. So you would just go to apps and then you can just search Carousel Studio. So what I've seen people do too is let's say you do a lot of educational studios. This is actually working with their Magic AI. So you could like give it a prompt and tell it what you wanted to be on these posts, right? If you do educational, you can do more generic background and give it a little bit more power. Let's say you do something on first time home buyer. You can go to your ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whatever you use, and you can ask it to create a carousel post for a set topic, for a set many slides, right? You can even put here how many slides and all of that stuff. You can use it on an existing design, you can use it in a new design. You just have to connect this app with your Canva account. And you could probably, if you use workflows with your AI, you can even have your AI do all this for you. So there's just so many cool ways. I just personally like being a little bit creative and getting in there myself. It's just more fun. And I also am a total control freak. So, but yeah, so you can definitely use something like this, like Carousel Studio, and use that for your advantage. And that way you don't have to, unless you want to create seamless carousels like what we just did, it's a little bit different, right? So you have to work a little bit different with a seamless carousel. But yeah. So I hope this was fun. I hope you guys got something out of this. And I hope to see some carousel posts from you guys. They're so much fun to make. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can always message me. And is it free? So I have a paid Canva account, but you should be able to do most of this with the free version as well. I did not use any premium features today, so you should be able to do this with a free Canva account as well, very easily. It's no problem.
What about Carousel Studio? Is that a paid
Good
option that you
question.
add?
Let's look. Some of their apps are a premium, so let's see what it says. Carousel Studio. Doesn't look like it's a premium feature. It looks like this one should be okay with the free version as well. So you shouldn't have, there is no symbol that it's a premium feature. So you should be okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, a lot of the apps in Canva are actually free, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Okay, well, if you guys don't have any other questions, then thanks for showing up today. And hopefully you'll make some cool posts. Can't wait to see them. And then we'll see you all next time. Have an amazing day, everyone.
That was awesome. Thanks, SG.
Thanks, Ange. Bye, everyone.